Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to make a playlist. Happy birthday, Tiffany. Is she on here? I got my package yesterday. I know it probably came before then, but since we were gone, I just got it yesterday. Oh my God, I'm detoxing because I ate everything. Okay, everything. Anybody go look at Latham's Kitchen? I'm getting ready to make me a video of Latham's Kitchen. I'm about to do a stitch, but I got to find a video of their news story. And I want to stitch that first, and then I'll put my food videos in there. Did you guys get to see the video of your nephew's time in Ohio? I did get to put a video together yesterday. I am uploading the very last part of day 1 of New Mexico versus Apodaca. So we have I'm all caught up, I think. I needed those 3 hours back, okay? East Coast time is no joke. And I lived on it for the first 29.9999 years of my life, okay? I need them 3 hours back. I need them 3 hours back. And I'm gonna get my little detox on for the next week, get myself back together, and then I'm tying this waist down. Oh. All right. So how are we feeling about this trial? We know the state is alleging that Isaac was all up in Kiara's mind, had Kiara all bamboozled, run astray, just led astray, run amok all over her head. And I don't use a specific detox. I just juice. So I do 1 meal a day, fruits and veggies for breakfast. I juice I eat for lunch, like the biggest meal at lunch, so I can work it off throughout the day. And then I juice for dinner. I'll do that at least for about 3 days, and my body will be almost back. Waste of time and money. The text messages. It's always the text messages and the Google searches, right? And we already know he at least searched up how to dispose of a body. So, but his argument, according to the defense, according to, it sounds like the clips of those jail calls that we have not heard yet, that he said something to the effect of, that wasn't even me texting. If you read it, you'll be able to tell it was Kiara. Like, this is not old school though. Like, where you could just I guess you could possibly fabricate some way, shape, or form some text, but I don't really see that's a heck of a stretch. I'm not saying it might not possibly be true. I just want that piece that I know we're going to miss, that piece in between him seeing Kiara do it and him going to the mobile store. What was said between you and Kiara? Like, what you do? Run off while she was in the shower? I wonder why everybody's so afraid. That's another one. Who are they afraid of? Thought I heard something getting close to my door. So that's another one for me. What the heck is the Oh, Sheree, it's your birthday too. Hold on. Hold on. Let's fix the banner. Is it on there? Okay, there we go. Save. All right, put it back. There we go. That's another one. Grace's mom was already at the police station. I'm wondering, did Grace send a text? Maybe? Did she call somebody? Did she say? Because if you could get to that police station that quick, that means you was close enough for your daughter to be able to have to come to stay with you and not go stay with these fools. So why your daughter ain't? I mean, I know that probably eats her up for whatever reason that she didn't just let her come home, or that her daughter didn't just think to come home. That was the other question. Did she actually just ask them to come over there, or was she actually literally out of options? Good morning. Good morning. Now we know the judge had another hearing this morning, so that's why we haven't started yet, but we'll be ready when they start, okay? What else was it? It was something else. Y'all, I've been doing my best to stay out of this business in Mississippi because it's given Tamala Horsford, okay? And I didn't do well with Tamala's situation, okay? And this Nolan situation is giving Tamala Horsford, and it's pissing me off. I didn't like that mom came out with that statement. The judge, y'all see the judge's statement? I'm not liking this situation at all. Not at all. Good morning, Sharonda. I'm not liking this situation at all. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. They were staying with her mom. Kiara and Isaac were staying in a detached garage of Kiara's mom's house. I'm talking about Grace. They're saying Grace reached out to Isaac via Instagram asking for a place to stay that night. Baby, the people been sounding off. Baby. Somebody got to put something in the courtroom. Georgia already got my nerves bad. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Wendy. But I tell you what, I know I stay out of people's business until I end up in the courtroom. But if McBanawar walk out of anybody's prison, I'm going to be all up in business that's not in the courtroom yet. I'm going to be all up in business. They better get me before I go off the deep end, because I'm saying whatever come to my mind. It might not be right, but baby, it's going to make sense to me. Georgia playing with my feelings. Nolan got bringing back memories of Tamala Horsford. I don't like it. That judge and came out talking about take the focus off of my family. No. Now I'm really focusing on your family. Laser vision. Telling me what to do. I can look wherever I want to look. I've been seeing a lot of the friends talking. I have. Oh, I think my nephew's birthday is today. I think my nephew is 19 today. I might have to call him. Evaluation date. I saw that. What are they doing with those flock cameras? This is the second group that the state of Georgia has been firing, right? Nicole, all them kids lawyered up and deleted all their social media pages. And then, I mean, not even one RIP, not my friend, not a you fucked the city up with this one, none of that. Like, you don't have nothing to say about. All right. All right. It looks like they are in the courtroom now. Where they found all them kids. Oh my God, went in there for something else and then to find the 16 kids. That is the kids can't even communicate. That's sick mess. That's sick mess right there. That's some sick mess right there. That's some sick mess right there. Two groups and one chief. Ooh. We got this going on with crazy ass here. Look at his hair sticking up in the middle like this minutes cartoon. Then y'all look at the side of him. Y'all know what I thought about yesterday? What did his profile look like right there? What did it look like? Y'all remember on Home Alone? Remember the big brother Buzz? And remember Kevin said, ooh, Buzz's girlfriend. Woof. That's all I kept thinking about. Home Alone. Good old Home Alone. And then what else? I know Clancy is coming up. What is the other? We missing something, or I'm missing something. It's something else. And I don't understand why, at this point, Chiefy D, he just need to go on plead about Tupac at this point. I mean, I think we all we all deserve a trial, but the truth of the matter, like, who's left? His sister? Like, Tupac's mother then passed away. Didn't they have to fight to get his catalog from the or did it go to Feeney's husband? I think he was fighting the family to get a Feeney stuff, which was also Tupac's part of his catalog or something, or his estate. It's been a dirty mess. It has. But I think he should just go ahead and take a plea, because now that it's official that they're going to be able to use his book in these proceedings. But buddy, you told on yourself. The book was way worse than those interviews. The interviews just solidified everything that was in the book. The book is right. They can just send the book back there as evidence. Like, good God, why would you do such a thing? He did some of the dumbest shit in captivity, but up there exposing himself. Yeah, they didn't go in there and find out he just even what as bad as they. You know what? And it ain't just him. They shouldn't just be getting after him either. I think they need to go after, because then her parents, like, she married him at 15. Like, her parents signed for her to be able to marry her parents. Her parents need to be a part of this too. Did if I did it? Yes, he did. if I did pull the OJ, everybody can't be out here pulling the OJ now. And still, in the end, they still got OJ on something. What the hell is this? Honey, come on. We were just having a conversation about this, about folks being like folks seeing their friends actually I can't say everybody's seen it, but I know I've seen it in my school. Grown men dropping off girls at school or picking them up from school, and them thinking it's cute. And people normalizing it or not saying anything, which is just normalizing it. But more importantly to me, you sitting with your friend and you see it happening, and then you just act like you don't know. Like, it happened quite a bit.
And we meet outside the hearing in presence of the jury. Are there any issues for the state before we start morning testimony?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Who's on tap for today?
Lanny McCauley will be first, and she should take a little while. Brandon Dietz, then, and he'll be fast. Then Brandon Dietz, Santa Fe Police Department. He's a pretty short witness. Then I'll ask after Officer Dietz that we take a short break because that'll be crime scene, and we'll need to bring all the physical evidence into the courtroom, and I'll be able to move through it much more efficiently if we have time to kind of set it up.
So is that Ms. Tenna or who?
Officer Tenna. That will should definitely get us through the morning, and maybe even into the afternoon a little. Then after that will be Office of Medical Investigator, forensic pathologist, Dr. Helmrich. After that, we anticipate latent, which is Jeffrey Smith. And then maybe, because remember Rosalind's out for the funeral. So then Ryan Romero, Jared O'Leary. Then Ryan Romero and Jared O'Leary, who have Foundation for Cell Phones, if we get to them.
Oh, you said Romero and Weir?
O'Leary, A-L-I-R-E.
Okay.
That's why I said what Jarvis asked. Watch all Jarvis's friends, because y'all saw him bring that little girl around.
Any issues before we start with the jury for the defense?
No, just, Judge, I asked Shalong about the jail calls.
Yep.
He said they were gonna be sent by his office, so I haven't received them, but I mean, I guess I'll try to look them over through the lunch hour.
Okay.
Or I don't know, I mean, if I'm on time during the lunch hour, then.
Yeah, I don't think any of that's happening today, right?
Correct.
Okay. So we've got
What
time
do you-
to review everything, and we can continue that discussion. Okay, we'll be in recess and off the record. We'll wait. I'm gonna step off the bench. Let me know when co-counsel shows up, and then we'll bring in the jury and get started. All right, we're in recess and off the record.
All righty, so it looks like we have Kiara's mama up first. Happy birthday. 45, where? I got all my beads, they all laid out. I'm a detox real good and get all this up out of me for the next 3 days. I'm a juice and do right. Then I'm gonna tie myself down. Because I ate everything I saw this weekend. Oh, let me get on there. Uh-oh. Ooh, what I do? We got. Okay. All right, baby, we are back on the seal. What else was it? Clancy. It was somebody else. What you mean? Don't tell me that. I'm about to get me one too. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna be tied up. Oh, I already have that. Okay. Listen, everybody was asking me about my t-shirt too, Tiffany. Which one I have on? The one that has coffee spelled backwards, so it looks like I don't give a fuck until I have my coffee. Everybody was asking me about that, so I was passing your information out. My mom said, "Oh, I need that." No, you don't. I am supposed to. Alrighty, now we gotta find me a dress for next week. I mean, I have dresses, so we just gotta pick one. What else are we gonna do? We be better off getting the Tiffany because my mama gonna miss that every time. My mama was acting up real bad. Did I tell y'all my mama messed up the surprise? We still surprised her, but it wasn't the birthday. It wasn't a surprise that it was supposed to be because she had been out the night before and was asleep, but almost missed the cookout. I said, "How are you out more than me?" I had to go bam on her door like it was a freaking wellness check. Okay, so we have, let me double check. I hear somebody. Good morning.
Hey,
How are you?
Good.
Good. Oh, you look like your eyes still half closed. Come give me a hug. You sleep good?
Yeah.
You did? Oh. How you feeling?
Good.
Good. You sure?
Yeah.
You positive? You sure you positive?
Yeah.
Are you positive? You sure?
Yeah.
What you doing up so early?
Okay.
You want to watch YouTube?
Yeah.
You know the rules, right? No bad words. Nothing inappropriate.
Okay.
All right, govern yourself accordingly. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Up early. I'm glad. Go ahead and get back into the swing of things because they only got to the end of the month. They go back to school July 27th. Oh, I got to get school shopping completed. Oh, ready. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, they go back July 27th is the first day back. So we'll be back into the swing of things. I got my 2 months. That's it. Oh, so they're doing another night too. So let me ask her. Oh, everybody that we didn't get to see. Dang, I didn't get to see the babies. I wish I could have saw y'all. Mm. All right, guys. So what we have up next, I always make you guys help me, is for the National Coalition of 100 Black Women is having their first annual Sister Awards as a member appreciation dinner, Grammy style. The theme is Black, Gold, and Glam, I think it was. Or it was Black, Gold, and Bling. Amanda, I figured it out. Phineas and Ferb got 104 days of summer vacation. Okay. But one thing that I see that my boys get that we didn't get, they have a lot more breaks. I remember having, I guess this is a long time ago, but we always started the Wednesday before Labor Day. We'd go that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, have a long weekend. So we'd have a 3-day week, then a 4-day week. And then the third week would technically be our first full week of school, right? So we always went back the Wednesday before Labor Day. And then, so we'd have Labor Day off. And then we'd have extra day for, oh, they were making noise. I thought somebody was back. Extra day for Thanksgiving, like that Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So have a prolonged weekend for that. Then we'd have Christmas from the week before Christmas till the first Monday after New Year's. Then we'd have spring break. Then we'd have summer. That's it. My kids are off for a fall break. That's 2 weeks. It always happens around Dallas's birthday. They got 2 weeks off for fall break. Then they get, my kids get out early every single Wednesday. They have fall break. They have winter break. There is something else in like March. They get 2 weeks spring break. I don't remember spring break being 1 week. And then they back out by May. Like my kids are getting out in May when I feel like we got out late June or mid-June. I think I graduated like July 11th or something. Like mid-June, you would be out. They are breaking like every quarter for like 2 weeks. I don't see, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that I'm home or they could go with dad. You know what I mean? I'm so thankful that dad is their bus driver because I don't see how parents would be able to do that. Your kid getting out every Wednesday early. Like if you have to work, like you got to let your kid come home by themselves or, and I'm not going to say you can't come home by yourself because I used to do it, but times are definitely different, you know?
All rise. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please have a seat. Give me just a moment and we'll get started. We're back on the record. We reconvene in State versus Apodaca, criminal cause D101CR 2023-25 with counsel, the jury, and Mr. Apodaca all present in the courtroom. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. The attorneys and I have met this morning and kind of organized the day. We'll continue in the state's case in chief. Again, if there's anything that you need, please get my attention or Angel's attention, and we'll try and make sure you're able to fully participate, and we will continue. Who is the next witness for the state?
State calls Lanny McCulley.
If you have the witness come in, please.
Now, I will say in Casa Grande, Arizona,
And again,
they
if you're
have a
having
full
any
day
difficulty hearing us,
school
let us know.
Monday through Thursday. In my cousin's school district, her kids only go to school Monday through Thursday. It is longer by about 45 minutes a day. I believe it was 45 minutes or an hour and a half a day. But I think it might be like 40 minutes in the morning and maybe 20 minutes in the 30 minutes in the evening. But they don't have school on Fridays. They have a 3-day weekend every week at my cousin's kid's school. The kids here have 4-day weeks. They don't go to school like Casa Grande. Unless Monday is a holiday, which I don't understand why they don't just start the week on Tuesday. Oh, I used to say I don't get it, but now I absolutely get why my mom was absolutely elated to see us go back to school. Lady, they didn't had you all over the TikTok. Did y'all see these clips on TikTok before this like I did?
Good morning, ma'am. If you'll raise your right hand, I'm going to place you under oath. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? I need to get your voice on the recording.
Sorry. Yes, I do.
Thank you. Please have a seat. Everything
Y'all
you do in the
crazy.
courtroom has to be recorded. You don't need to lean into the microphone. It just needs to be in front of you. They're pretty directional. So if you're speaking off to the side, it might not get your voice. Would you begin by introducing yourself to the jury by stating your name and spelling your name for us, please?
I'm Lanny McCulley. It's LANIMCCULLEY.
Mr. Long, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Ms. McCulley. Do you currently live in Santa Fe?
Yes, I do.
How long have you lived in Santa Fe?
20 years.
And what's the highest level of education that you've completed?
I have a bachelor's degree.
Are you currently employed?
Yes, I am.
And do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
How many?
One,
What is that child's name?
Kiara McCulley.
How old is Kiara today?
23.
And so back in 2022, was she 19?
Yes.
Did Kiara graduate high school?
No, she did not.
What's the highest grade that Kiara completed?
10th grade.
In 2022, where was Kiara living?
At my house.
And I want to talk a little bit about
I got so many questions.
your house, about how many bedrooms does your house have?
It's 2 bedrooms.
All right. And is there a garage?
Yes,
And is that garage attached or detached?
it would be detached.
And in 2022, was Kiara living inside the main house or in a detached garage?
She was staying in the detached garage.
Is that kind of where all of her stuff was?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Did that garage have a bathroom?
No,
Did the garage have a kitchen?
no.
As of October 29th, 2022, was there anyone else living with you and Kiara?
Isaac Apodaca was.
And if
Wait a minute. Wait.
Isaac Apodaca or Kiara needed to, say, use the bathroom, where would they go?
They would come into the house.
Okay. And if they needed to prepare some food or cook, anything like that,
What
where
the
would they
fuck?
go?
They would come into the house.
And if they needed to shower, where would they go?
Into the house.
How would someone get into the detached garage?
There's multiple points of entry to the backyard. We have a front gate, we have the back gate, and then also through the house.
Okay. And the door between the house and the garage, so I guess maybe the back door,
Yes,
was that door normally kept locked?
only during the night. It was usually open during the day as long as someone was home.
Okay. And then what about the door into the garage from the backyard? Was that door normally locked or unlocked?
It was normally unlocked as long as the kids were in the garage.
Okay. And if Isaac Apodaca or Kiara needed to get inside the house and that door was locked, how would they do that?
They both had keys.
I want to talk a little bit about Isaac Apodaca, okay?
Yeah.
How did you know Isaac Apodaca?
I met him through my daughter.
Okay. And was he Kiara's boyfriend?
Off and on, yes.
Okay. Were they ever engaged to be married?
Yes.
Do you remember how old Isaac Apodaca was back in 2020?
There we go.
I think he was 21, 22.
Is Isaac Apodaca in the courtroom today?
Yes, he is.
And would you describe something that he's wearing?
He's wearing a blue suit with a blue tie.
Prior to October 29th, 2022, how long had you known Isaac Apodaca?
About 3 years.
And how did he come to live with you?
My daughter brought him over to stay the weekend because he
At
had
your
been
house?
kicked out of his house.
And at any point when he was living there, did you ever try to kick him out or evict him?
Yes, I did.
And what was Kiara's reaction when you did that?
She would get upset and threaten to live on the streets with him.
And at any point, did you ever refer to Isaac Apodaca as your son or your son-in-law or your soon-to-be son-in-law?
Yes, I did.
That's what I'm saying, Keisha. I
I wanna
thought
ask
he
you a
was
little
like
bit about
25 at the time when this happened.
Isaac
He was
Apodaca and
19. Why
Kiara's
the hell?
relationship. Okay.
See, he got his big grown. Ooh.
Are you able to describe their
Let me shut my
relationship?
door. Let me shut my door. Let me shut my door.
I would call it rocky.
Okay. And prior to October 29th, 2022, how long had they been dating?
That's
Tell the truth.
difficult to say. It was on again, off again. So I can't say that there was a firm timeline.
Okay. So I guess if we were talking about, we don't have a firm timeline, but if we have a beginning point,
Maybe 2 years.
and do you know, did Isaac Apodaca and Kiara ever get in arguments?
They disagreed, yeah.
Do you know if any of those arguments ever got?
So let's stop this right here because we were just talking about this. If Kiara was 19 at the time that she did this, and it seems like Isaac was about 25 years old at the time that this happened. If they were on again, off again for 2 years prior to this, that meant Kiara would have been 17. Not only a minor, but a minor that don't have her ass in school and is out here living in a garage. And you up here talking like, oh, well, they were engaged. How? Your daughter barely had a 10th grade education. Your daughter is living in squalor. Your daughter would rather leave the stability that she could get from your house and go live on the street with a grown ass man. He was kicked out for a reason. Why would your daughter even think she can get engaged to somebody who don't even have nowhere to stay if your garage ain't available? And what grown man gonna go stay somewhere where there is no bathroom or kitchen? Baby. So she was 19 at the time. Grace was 21 at the time. This is crazy. I need them to like. Didn't he say he was born in 96? Did I hear that right yesterday, guys?
Yes.
Do you know if the police were ever involved in any of those arguments?
Yes.
And do you remember an incident on April 4th, 2022, when the police were involved?
Yes.
And why do you remember the incident from April 4th, 2022?
I had to take my daughter to the ER.
And why did you have to take her to the ER?
She was bruised from top to bottom and she had a broken thumb.
Do you know why that argument occurred?
Oh, my
on
grown
April
man,
4th,
you ain't got no
2022?
brothers,
I don't know what the argument was about, no.
man.
Do you know if a police report was filed about that incident?
Yes, Kiara and I filed one with the police while we were at the hospital.
Did Isaac Apodaca and Kiara's relationship appear to change after April 4th, 2022?
Yes,
And do you know if Kiara followed through with testifying against Isaac Apodaca, or did she drop the charges?
she did not personally drop the charges. She did not talk to the police when they called because he was in the room with her.
Prior to October 29th, 2022, had Kiara ever held a job?
She had a job at Route 21, I want to say for about a month.
Okay, and
I'm about to say she probably
was that
wasn't
her
too long.
only job ever?
Yes,
And you said she had that for about a month?
about a month, yes.
Okay. Did she quit? Was she fired?
My understanding was she was let go.
Okay. And so I guess how did Kiara pay for anything? I mean, did she have a cell phone?
I mean, it was.
I paid for all of her
Fine.
housing utilities, her cell phone. Isaac took over her cell phone payments at one point,
Okay.
but for the most part, I paid for everything that she needed.
Okay. So does that include, clothes, toothbrushes, toothpaste, that type of stuff?
Yes,
Okay.
And how was he paying the cell phone bills?
And
Mama paying it.
prior to October 29th, 2022, do you know if Isaac worked?
off and on, yes.
Are you aware of any other ways in which your daughter Kiara made money?
She was prostituted.
Maybe approach him?
Yes.
Out my garage. Oh, let me tell you something. That man was 26 years old when this happened. I don't know where she's getting 22, 23 from. That man was 26 years old, 25, 26 years old when this happened. If her daughter was 19 at that time, what Mike Lowry say? At least about 30. He looked 30.
You just stated that Kiara was prostituting. How do you know that Kiara was prostituting?
I found out because a gentleman was walking onto my property and I asked her who he was.
Oh, doing that
and she
too, how?
explained it to me.
Oh, objection, Your Honor. There's-
Sustained. Ladies and gentlemen, disregard the last answer.
Did you ever speak with Isaac Apodaca about Kiara's outside work?
I spoke with both Isaac and Kiara about it.
Okay. And in your conversation with Isaac Apodaca and Kiara, what did you tell them?
It was to end immediately.
And when you say it was to end immediately, what do you mean?
The prostitution.
Okay.
Judge, I would, my objection to this whole line of questioning now.
Overruled.
I'm about to say.
Yes.
Don't start jumping because I do not need a repeat of yesterday. No, thank you. I don't understand why they didn't think that was going to come up. One, they said it blatantly in openings, but two, if you're going to prove not only that somebody was manipulating somebody else, but if you want to prove the level of manipulation they were capable of, the level of coercion, the extent that he had her dangling like a puppet, it would be to get somebody to lay it low and spread it wide under your management on your mama's property in a house with no bathroom. Y'all can't even wash up. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh my God. There's no bathroom. There's no, oh. Mm. Oh, you just bring people in there. Who went in there and smelled? Oh my God. Oh, I just thought about that. Dear God. I'm sorry, guys. Woo. Jesus. Blessed Father God. Oh no.
Mr. Long, you may continue.
Thank you, Judge. Do you know if your daughter Kiara and Isaac Apodaca spent money on any extra stuff?
Yes, they did.
What did they spend money on?
Perfume, clothing, a sword, weaponry, and models.
And when you say models, what do you mean by that?
Isaac used to put together and collect these models called Gundam. It's from a comic.
Okay. And do you know how much those models cost?
The ones I priced were anywhere from $50 to $2,500.
Not living somewhere with no
I'm gonna
bathroom.
ask you about someone by the name of Grace. Who is Grace Jennings?
Grace Jennings was a friend of my daughter's.
And did you ever meet Grace Jennings?
Yes, I did.
Do you know how long Kiara and Miss Jennings had known each other?
My daughter was probably in first or second grade when they first met.
Okay, so they'd known each other for a while then.
Yes.
And is it safe to say that they had kind of grown up together?
Yeah,
Do you know if Ms. Jennings and Kiara were still friends on October 29th, 2022?
no, they were not.
How would you describe Grace Jennings and Kiara's relationship?
Difficult.
And do you know if prior to October 29th, 2022, had Ms. Jennings ever been over to your house?
Yes.
And had you seen her over there?
It had been years, but yeah, she had stayed at our house several times,
Okay.
along with her younger sister.
Back in October 29th of 2022, do you know if Kiara had a working cell phone?
Yes, she did.
And I realize that this is a few years ago, but do you recall what her phone number was?
No.
How about do you remember what kind of cell phone it was?
I can't remember if at that time Isaac was paying for her phone or if I was. If I was paying for it, it would have been a T-Mobile phone. If he was paying for it, it would have been Verizon.
Okay. Do you know if it was like an Apple iPhone or something else?
No, it would have been Android.
How about Isaac Apodaca? Do you know if in October of 2022, did he have a working cell phone?
I know he had a phone. I don't recall whether or not it was connected.
Okay. Do you remember his phone number?
No, I only ever talked to him in Messenger.
Do you remember what kind of phone he had? Was it?
He would have had a Verizon. That's the company he went with, but I don't know what the type of phone would have been.
So you don't know if it was an Apple or an Android?
No.
Yep, sustained.
At your house, did you have Wi-Fi at your house?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know if Isaac and Kiara used the Wi-Fi at your house?
Yes, they did.
Of course they did.
Now, back in October 29th of 2022, what was your address?
5941 Jaguar Drive, Santa Fe.
So I want to kind of take you back to October 28th, 2022. Okay. Do you know where you were during the evening of October 28th, 2022?
I was at home.
Okay. And back in 2022, were you employed?
Yes, I was.
And back in 2022, did you go into an office or did you work from home?
For the most part, I worked at home.
Okay. Was there anything going on in the world that most of us probably remember and are trying hard to forget?
The pandemic.
Okay. Did you go to bed on October 28th, 2022?
Yes,
And do you remember what time you went to bed?
probably between 10 and 11. That's my standard.
Now, Ms. McCauley, knowing what you know now, did anything stand out from October 28th, 2022?
My daughter never came into the house on October 28th.
And why does that stand out to you?
Well, because she would have needed to come into the house to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
And, that day Isaac made them dinner, which was rare and far between.
Okay.
Objection, Your Honor. Just say lack of foundation. I mean, just hearsay, Your Honor. I don't know how she'll know.
Overruled.
You said that Isaac made them dinner. When Isaac made them dinner, did you talk to Isaac?
I'm sure I did, but I don't recall what we discussed.
Did Isaac Apodaca tell you why he was making them dinner?
I don't recall.
Do you remember if you asked Mr. Isaac Apodaca why Kiara didn't come inside?
He said she wasn't feeling well.
And after he said that Kiara was not feeling well, what, if anything, happened after that?
He took her dinner.
Okay.
He did come back into the house later and
Okay.
asked for more food. I'm sorry, I don't know.
And did you cook yourself dinner that night?
Yes,
Okay. And I'm not going to ask you if you remember what you had to eat, but did Isaac Apodaca come back inside the house after you cooked your dinner?
yes, he did.
Okay. And did you talk with Isaac Apodaca at that point?
He just mentioned they needed more food.
Okay. And did he say why he needed more food?
They were still hungry. He didn't make enough.
Okay. Did you think that was unusual?
I didn't think anything of it, no.
And when Mr. Isaac Apodaca came back inside the house and said that they needed more food, did he make the food or did you make the food?
I made the food.
Okay. And after you made the food, what, if anything, did you do with that?
I took it out to the garage.
Okay. And when you took it out to the garage, did you go through the back door?
I did.
Okay. And when you went to the garage, did you just open the door or did you knock?
I knocked.
Okay. And do you know who answered?
Isaac did.
Okay. Did you see Kiara in the garage?
She was sitting on the bed.
Okay. Did you see anyone else in the garage?
No, I did not.
Did you go inside of the garage?
No,
Do you remember where Isaac was?
he was in the doorway.
Okay. Could you see into the garage past him?
Just barely enough to know where my daughter was.
Okay.
You ain't smell the garage?
Now you stated that you went to bed between 10 and 11. Is that correct?
Most likely, yes.
Okay. Did you have any reason to suspect that anyone else was in your house or in the garage?
No, I did not.
Okay, so I want to fast forward to October 29th, 2022. Do you know about what time you woke up?
Probably between 6 and 6:30.
Okay. Is there any routine that you handle when you wake up in the mornings?
At the time, I had 3 dogs, so letting the dogs out in the backyard was part of
Okay.
it.
And you said that you let them out into the backyard?
Yes.
And did the dogs bark, sniff around, anything out of the ordinary?
No.
after you let the dogs out, what did you do?
I started my Saturday mornings. I do chores around the house,
And what types of chores?
dishes, laundry, cleaning the bathroom, that sort of thing.
At any point on the morning of October 29th, 2022, did you see Isaac Apodaca?
Yes, he came into the house.
Okay. And when he came into the house, do you know what he did?
He went to the bathroom and then he came out and he told me that he did not have to start work that day. He was supposed to start a new job, but he said he did not need to start that job that day.
Okay. Did he tell you why he didn't need to start the job that day?
He said that the boss had called him and told him he could start on Monday.
Do you know where that new job was supposed to be?
It was a kiosk at the mall.
Did Mr. Isaac Apodaca do anything else while he was inside the house?
He helped me put a rug into the washing machine
Okay. And why did he help you put a rug into the washing machine?
because I couldn't lift it and I asked for his help.
So was it big? Was it heavy? Was it big and heavy?
Big and heavy and wet.
Okay. You said it was wet. Why was it wet?
I had a diabetic dog who peed on it.
How big is your damn washing machine?
And where were you inside of your house when you saw Mr. Isaac Apodaca?
I was standing in the hallway and he was in the hallway.
Okay. Did Isaac Apodaca mentioned anything else about his job and why he didn't have to start that day?
There's something about being sick.
Was Isaac Apodaca the sick one, or
The way he made it sound was he was sick, but as far as I knew, he was not.
okay?
Objection, Your Honor. Can you approach?
Yes. Mr. Long, you may continue.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, hello.
Ms. McCauley, do you remember how long Isaac Apodaca was inside of the house that morning?
I would say probably between 10 and 15 minutes.
And when he left the main house, which door did he leave from?
He used the back door, went up to the garage.
And was the back door kind of the standard door that Kiara and Isaac Apodaca would enter and exit through?
Yes,
On October 29th, 2022, did you see your daughter Kiara at all?
yes, she came in and went to take a shower.
Okay. Did you say anything to Kiara when you saw her?
I did.
What did you say to her?
I told her it's alive because she gets up last in the
Okay.
house. I tease her all the time.
And about how long after you saw Isaac Apodaca and he left, was it before Kiara came inside?
I don't really recall. It's probably half an hour or so.
Okay. And did your daughter take a shower?
Yes, she did.
Do you know about how long that shower lasted?
20 minutes, 30 minutes. It wasn't that long.
Do you remember about what time that was?
Mid-morning, I don't really know.
Okay. When Kiara came inside the house to take a shower, do you remember what she was wearing?
A dark shirt.
When Kiara got out of the shower, did you see her?
I did.
When you saw her after the shower, is there anything that stands out to you?
She had washcloths in her hand and she went straight out to the garage.
Okay, so when you say that she had washcloths in her hand, what do you mean by that?
She had little washcloths that were rolled up and they were in her hands like that.
Okay. And so since everything is kind of audio recorded, when you say little washcloths, about how many inches by how many inches were those washcloths?
4x4.
Okay, so 4x4 washcloths. And did she have one in each hand?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know if those washcloths were wet or dry?
I couldn't tell though from the way she was holding them.
Okay, and the way that she was holding them, I think you've demonstrated, but let's go ahead and kind of describe that a little bit.
So they were rolled in the palm of her hand and then she was clasping it. You could see the ends poking out from either side of her palm.
Okay, and so were her hands clenched?
Yes.
And were they sort of being held out in the front of her? Were they on the side of her? Where were her arms?
Well, she was headed for the door, so they're kind of in front of her so she could open the door.
Okay. And did you find that to be unusual at all?
I did. It's a strange place to have washcloths.
You didn't say anything?
So you said that she was approaching the door and getting ready to open the door. Do you mean the back door of
The
your
back door,
house?
yes.
Okay.
Mm.
And did she leave the main house?
She did. She went to the garage.
Okay. And do you know about how long she was in the garage?
Not long at all. She came running back immediately.
Okay. So she went out to the garage and then came running back to the house immediately.
Yes.
Okay. After Kiara came running back to the house, what, if anything, happened?
She came running in. She said, "Mom, there's."
Hang
I'm
on.
sorry.
So did any event happen after Kiara came running back?
Yes.
What event happened?
She ran in.
So without saying what she said, what did you see?
She ran in and got my attention. I was turning to talk to her and the police officers were coming through the backyard. They started kicking on the door, and I went to the door and I said, "Please don't break my house." And I unlocked the door so they could come in.
Okay. Once those police officers
And I said you
arrived,
didn't know while she was in the shower.
without saying anything that you heard, what was your general reaction at first?
My first reaction was that they were there to look for Isaac.
Okay. And at some point, did your daughter go into handcuffs?
Yes, she did.
Okay. And at some point, did you learn that your
Hands was-
house
you
was a
should-
crime scene?
Yes, I did.
I want to ask you a little bit about a purchase from Amazon, okay? Are you aware of a sword being purchased from Amazon sometime before October 29th, 2022?
Yes.
And did you ever see Kiara with a sword a couple days before October 29th, 2022?
Yes, we received the package.
It would've
She
been
opened it in front of me.
Okay. And
Staying in my house ordering new
do
shit,
you remember
eating up the shit you got.
what day that was?
It would have been the 27th.
Okay. You said it was delivered to you, or to your house. And so, did the delivery just leave the package on the front doorstep or someplace like that?
Yes, they left it on the front door.
Okay, and did you see that?
Yes, I believe they rang the doorbell that morning.
Okay. And then was that package opened up in front of you?
Yes,
And who opened up that package?
Kiara and Isaac.
Okay. Do you know who bought the sword?
I don't know who paid for it. I know it was on Kiara's Amazon account.
Okay. And how do you know that it was on Kiara's Amazon account?
It was addressed to her.
Okay. And do you know that Kiara had an Amazon account?
Yes, I did.
Okay. After the package was opened by Kiara and Isaac Apodaca, did anyone touch the sword? Did anyone handle the sword?
Kiara opened it and showed it to me. I touched the sword. Isaac touched the sword. We all did.
Okay. And do you have any background in swords?
I do.
Okay. And what is that background in swords?
I used to be a member of the Society for Creative Anachronism. I
Okay.
used to fight with the swords that we used there.
Okay. What is the Society for Creative Anachronism?
It's a medieval reenactment group.
Okay. And what does the society do?
Well, there's a lot of things, but they practice heraldry, sword fighting, archery.
Okay. And so is it safe to say that you've handled swords before?
So you wouldn't even have questioned why the hell she
I
got it.
don't have a lot of live swords. Those came later. The Society for Creative Anachronism actually uses what's called rattan. It's a type of bamboo
Okay.
grass that they use for their swords.
Okay.
Bless it.
Now, based on your experience and your past with the society, are swords dangerous?
Absolutely.
Okay. And can they cut people?
Yes, they can.
Did you have any hesitation at all about Kiara having this sword?
Yes, but not when it comes to people. It was more about leaving it out of the scabbard and possibly having one of the pets get hurt.
Okay. And you just mentioned a term that I'm going to ask you to talk a little bit about. I think you said scabbard.
Scabbard.
And what is that?
Scabbard is the sheath that the sword goes into.
Okay. That's scabbard is sort of the official term.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to ask you a question and I want you to answer it with either a yes or a no. Okay, so no sort of explanation, all right?
Okay.
Do you know if Kiara would ever access Isaac's phone or Facebook accounts?
No.
No, you don't know, or yes, you do know?
No, she would not.
Okay. Prior to October 29th, 2022, when was the last time you saw Grace?
It was a couple of years prior. I want to say 2020.
Now, you testified that Kiara, did she complete the 10th grade?
Yes.
Okay. And did she get a GED?
I take that back. She finished the first semester of 10th grade.
Okay.
Ah,
So
but-
she did not complete the 10th grade.
So she did not complete 10th grade.
Okay. So it was, well, the last grade that she actually completed was that 9th grade.
Would have been 9th grade.
Okay. And if you had to describe your daughter, how would you describe her?
I always thought of her as a sweet person,
Okay.
very caring. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Take your time, please.
She was very pet oriented. She really liked the pets and animals. She cared a lot about them. I think she was very easily persuaded into doing things that she otherwise wouldn't. But she would also have moments when she would try to stand up for herself, but I don't know that she was good at it. She was very much a teenager.
And you stated that back in 2022, she was 19, correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I have a moment?
Yes.
So you thought that your easily influenced, not good at standing up for herself, barely a piece of the first 9 weeks of 10th grade in her brain, and you thought it was good for her to date a grown-ass man? She had to be about 16, 17 when she met him.
So I want to
He'd have been 20.
clarify a few things. There was the door from the backyard into the garage, correct?
Yes.
And then the main big door, the big garage door, that maybe a car might go in and
You
out.
know, on paper, but
That door.
mama said you
The
can't.
vehicle door was not functional.
You have your mama's house, you ain't grown. I don't care what you are. Mama should have put her foot down. You wouldn't have been in my house. Grown ass. Go back to your mama. Go find something to
Do you
do.
know if Kiara had a bank account or a savings account or anything like that?
Yes.
She did?
Yes, she did.
And do you know if anyone else had access to those accounts?
I did.
You did not?
I did.
You did. Did anyone besides you have access to those accounts?
In theory, no. In reality, I believe Isaac did.
Okay. So, did you ever text or communicate with your daughter via cell phone?
Sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
And did you ever text or communicate with Isaac Apodaca via cell phone?
Yes.
Okay. When you would text with Isaac Apodaca, was there a certain app or application that the two of you would use?
We use Facebook Messenger.
Ms. McCauley, I want to go back to the April 4th, 2022 incident. So we know that you stated that Kiara did not talk to the police when they called her.
Correct.
Were you in the room when she didn't answer the phone or she didn't talk to them?
I believe so, yes.
Ms. McCauley, my next question is going to be a little sensitive. Do you know if your daughter was ever sexually assaulted?
Yes.
And
Yes, come on up.
Absolute foolishness.
Not really, Kendra. This is a couple key points that we can throw out there real quick. Kiara was 19 when she did this to Grace. Kiara was 19, Grace was 21, but Isaac's ass was 26. This on the stand is Kiara's mother, who let this 26-year-old grown-ass man, who she does not know the starting point of their particular relationship, but gave a roundabout on and off again of about 2 years prior to this happening, which means her daughter would have been 16 or 17 with a 23, 24-year-old man. Her daughter did not make it past or made it, I think she said the first grading period or semester of 10th grade, did not go to school again after that. So 10th grade, about 16 years old, right? So somewhere after dropping out, she ended up, and she had described her daughter as kind, that she loved being around the pets, that she was easily influenced, that she did try to stand up for herself sometimes, but she wasn't good at it. All of this in the hands of a grown-ass man. Living in her backyard. Damn near 30 years old and cool with living somewhere detached with no bathroom, kitchen, running water, plumbing, nothing to wash your ass with, or even make yourself some food in somebody's backyard. She said she found out that Kiara was laying it low and spreading it wide under Isaac's management because one of the Johns was walking around her property and absolutely told her exactly why he was there. Now, we know them cops said that damn garage smelled to high heavens. And folks was going in. Let me tell you something. Oh my God. They were trying just now to get into the essay of Kiara, that it was mentioned in openings, but I guess they're going to try to minimize that. Again, that still speaks to possible coercion. Let's see what I have here. Oh, 13th, that's what it was. Well, it's relevant because he was in her head a certain way. So they claimed that the level of coercion, the level of manipulation had gotten so crazy, one, that he was able to get her to lay it low, spread it wide, and give him all the money, which makes you got to be out your mind, right? Then her assault, I think in some way, shape, or form, he had managed to get her to believe that Grace had financially benefited from her assault. I believe it was more than one person that assaulted her. And because she absolutely believed his craziness or whatever he said, whatever he said became her reality. He also started his own little secret society. He's supposed to be some vigilantes or something, and had a take them out list and had Grace on that list and had Kiara thinking, this is from openings, that allegedly if she went ahead and crossed somebody off that list, that she would, move up in rank and get perks on the black market. So it's a lot to it. She was very susceptible. It might even been something else going on that allowed her to be so susceptible to foolishness. But mom got me questioning her too, because my child wouldn't have been living in squalor if it killed her. Are you gonna clean this up?
Mr. Long, you may continue.
Thank you. So Ms. McCauley, without saying what you heard, I'm going to ask if you did anything that, did you follow up? Did you go anyplace? Did you do anything that made you believe that Kiara had been sexually assaulted?
I took her to the ER for a rape kit.
Okay. And just to clarify, do you know, or was it wasn't Isaac Apodaca that had allegedly sexually assaulted your daughter, was it?
No.
Okay. So I want to go back to the garage door. And I'm talking the operating door, the one from the backyard into the garage. Could you lock that door without a key?
You could lock the handle, but not the deadbolt.
Okay, so were there then two locks on that door?
Yes,
Okay, so a handle lock and then a separate deadbolt lock, is that correct?
yes,
Okay. And deadbolts are pretty straightforward. You've got to have a key, is that correct?
yes,
Okay, but the handle, you could actually lock from the inside, is that correct?
Objection on leading.
you can lock both of
Hold
them
on.
from the interior.
Okay,
You can only lock the handle from the exterior without a key.
okay, thank you.
Objection on
I think you said that backwards, lady, but we got you.
It was a confusing answer. Anyway, objection sustained, re-ask the question.
How would you lock the handle?
Usually we would lock it and just pull the door shut.
Okay. Could it also be locked with a key?
Yes,
Okay. And how would you lock the deadbolt?
with a key.
Okay. And could it only be locked with a key?
Correct. Yes,
From the outside?
correct.
Okay. But
Hold on,
could,
the court's going to ask a question. Could both locks be opened with the same key?
Yes,
thank you. Ms. McCauley, when you took Kiara to the emergency room for the sexual assault kit, do you remember what year that was?
it was Halloween 2021.
Okay, and was that about a year before the incident that we're here for today?
Yes,
Okay. And at that point, do you know if Kiara and Isaac Apodaca were dating?
I'm not sure
Okay.
at that moment.
I asked you earlier,
Hold
and
on, Mr. Long, before we go back into additional questioning, we need to take a short break.
okay,
I think we'll go ahead and take our morning break right now, ladies and gentlemen, for about 10, 15 minutes and then we'll come back and continue with this witness on the stand.
All right.
You can go ahead and step down. Don't discuss your testimony with anyone during the break. I'm going to have you back up here in about 10 minutes when they come back in. Take it with you. Take your purse with you. You can leave your water, or if you want the water, go ahead and take that with you also. Okay, we're off the record.
thank you, Judge.
Alrighty, guys. So we are officially on our first morning break, and I think they're getting ready to get into. I wonder if they're going to be able to get. They probably won't be able to get all the way into it because we know that Kiara herself is going to have to testify. But this is giving a little bit of insight into their relationship. In which case, it was a grown ass man dog. It was a grown ass man dog. So with this, not only, right, Keisha, they're trying to show her mental state. They're also trying to show his manipulation, the depths of his manipulation, how controlling he was, and how he was able to coerce her. Like we heard in openings, there is a way that apparently he made Grace responsible or a culprit or accessory to or the financial beneficiary of this assault that they were getting ready to get into, according to openings. So we'll see if they're able to show that in evidence. But also, you ain't like, I can't really imagine how much control of herself that she had left. No excuse, because you ain't had no business. But if a grown ass man been in your head since you was 16, 17 years old, by 19, you was all in. By 19, you were all in, and he damn near 30. By 19, you was going. And my thing is, when did she find, that's the other thing that's scary. When did she find the man in her yard? Did they give a date for that? Because she wasn't grown for a lot of this relationship. So when did they find the man in their yard? And even if she was technically 18, my God, like if she was at fresh 18, she was already at the point of selling herself for him. She was so far gone, and mom is a fool talking about she don't know when this started. Ain't no way you don't know when this started. Like you were just letting your daughter just be out here doing whatever she wanted to do after she didn't stop school. She don't have to do no online school. You didn't make her get on nobody's computer. You didn't make her, like, none of that. It's pure craziness. It's so crazy. No, mom was taking care of everything. She said at some point and for a period of time, Isaac may have taken over her cell phone bill, like paying that. But as far as everything from toothbrush, toothpaste to clothes and whatever else, that came from mom. She said Kiara had one job one time for 1 month and was let go at a clothing store at Rue 21. Said Isaac had jobs on and off, and he was apparently off at this point and was allegedly, according to mom, getting ready to start one on Monday. Completely stuck. Yeah, she was lost in the sauce. And if she had been assaulted before, if he appeared to be the protector, if he appeared to be the one who cared about her or cared about that, I imagine mentally for anyone going through something that traumatic would almost make you respond crazy. On top of her being young. I wonder if that assault was what. No, because 2022 is when this happened. 2021, the year before, is when. So she would have been 18 when that happened, when the assault happened. So I was about to say if that happened and caused her to not be able to function in school or, what have you. And she, but no, 2021 would have been well beyond her dropping out of school. So it didn't happen but it still happened. So. To be 19. and lose yourself like that. Mm. This is crazy. Listen, and Kristen, according to the openings, not only did the openings allege that she was selling herself, was assaulted, and then he convinced her to go back to selling herself. So that's even crazier. Even crazier. I have so much good food. I want something to eat. I don't even know what I want. If I'm getting something, it's got to be early. No eating after 6:30. And that fool got to have a hearing. Oh, that David guy got a hearing coming up too. Dear God. I'm trying to figure out. On the 21st. That's some crazy shit too, right there. That's some crazy. That man had us on a roller coaster ride. We like he didn't do it. He was on tour. What you mean he did it? Now you talking about people was in his house talking about it smelled crazy and all this other mess. Like, oh God, I don't. That is probably one of the craziest situations. That right there. And I just feel like he probably wrote a song about it. I just really don't. Ugh. And she was underage. She was real young too. Like, what the hell? Uh-oh, your feet. Good afternoon. Probably about the next 5 minutes. They just went on a quick break. And probably even quicker than that because we had stopped for a second. So we're all the way back live now. And we will continue with Kiara, our 3-footer swinger. We'll continue with her testimony. Boom, Tiffany's Beauties, $25 swag bags. Let me share. Repost. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Now say something, Miss J, so I can find my phone. What? You done lost the phone? Where is the phone? You sound like Aunt Jackie now. Aunt Jackie be like, I done left y'all somewhere. What y'all see when we be on FaceTime? We had to tell her, I think I'm in the kitchen. Lord, Lord, Lord.
All right.
Thank you. You may be seated, ladies and gentlemen.
All righty, here we go.
We are back on the record and we continue the state's case in chief. Mr. Long, you may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. McCauley, I just have a few more questions for you, all right? Earlier, you described Isaac Apodaca and Kiara's relationship as rocky. Was one of them dominant in the relationship?
Yes.
Can we report that?
Yes.
Jesus. Already. All damn ready. My God, today. Golly. Oh Lord, what are we gonna wear to this thing? I'll get appreciation dinner. Dear God, we still at the bench.
Ms. McCully, are you afraid of Isaac Apodaca?
I was only afraid of him once.
And do you remember the date?
April 4th, 2022.
I pass the witness.
Can you approach again, Your Honor?
Come on up.
What the hell? He tore Kiara ass up, said she was black and blue from head to toe and her thumb was broke. And mom had to take her to the emergency room. Yeah, that was the date for that incident.
Cross-examination.
Yes, 1 second, Judge.
Let's see if I wonder if the jury got any questions for her.
All right. Good. I think it's so more. Good morning, Ms.
Morning.
McCully. Now, if we go back to that day that you were discussing with Mr. Long on the 29th of October, 2022, you were not sure whether the door was locked or unlocked on that particular day, correct?
What day?
On the date of the incident, or the alleged incident, the morning of during the day on October 29th, 2022?
It was morning. And are you talking about the garage door or my back door?
The garage door.
I have no idea. I never went out there.
Okay. You stated something about Mr. Apodaca being kicked out of his house. You didn't personally observe him ever being kicked out of the house, correct?
No, I did not.
Okay. You stated that there was an incident with a broken thumb that Kiara had, right, with Mr. Apodaca?
April 4th, 2022.
Okay. In that incident, so there was a broken thumb. Was there a tussle of some sort? You know, what exactly happened?
My understanding was that there was.
Well, but without going into what I mean, all you know of is a broken thumb that was suffered by Mr. Or I'm sorry, by Miss McCauley, correct?
I was there for the aftermath.
Okay. And that case was actually dismissed by the state of New Mexico, correct? By the First Judicial District Attorney's Office, the
That is what I understand.
district attorney prosecuting this case. Okay. Your Honor, I'd like to approach what's going to be marked as defense exhibit A.
Mm, mm, mm.
Judge, may we approach?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, why do we have to keep approaching? Yeah. And the crazy thing, this is cross. So what are you trying? If you need this much discussion before cross, then you just need to call her back as a witness on your own. Because at this point, whatever you're trying to get in, it seems like you trying to walk on the line of whether or not it's within the scope of cross. And instead of trying to make something be in the scope of cross, ask what you can and then bring her back. But having her sitting there stewing in the fact that you just told her that basically what happened to her daughter at the hands of Isaac or whatever scared her didn't happen because she ain't see it and the case was dismissed, and you just letting her sit and stew in that, you're getting ready to make her probably a hostile witness. Or at least she thinking about it. Or he about to open the door, he ain't got no business. Yeah, you got that right. You got that right. And the sad part is,
Yeah, she not happy. She realizing what you just said. And to be honest, especially the way she described her daughter and actually described her as easily influenced and that she would, go ahead and break down and stand up for herself. She just wasn't good at it. She's literally blaming this on this. Like, I'm sure she gives more fault of this to Isaac than she does her daughter, even though she has to know what her daughter did. Like, she has to have seen those pictures or what have you. Like, she has to know the extent of the severity, the gruesomeness, the horrific portions of what her daughter did, and just came in the house like, oh, somebody's outside. On that short break. Because what were we doing? Because this is turning out to be longer than a break. They came back from break, asked one question, was he dominant? We had to bench. She said she was, when they finally come back from that, she said she was only afraid of him on 4/4/22. They say, I passed the witness. They say, can we approach? Get her on cross. Basically say, all you know is a broken thumb. You don't know what happened. Can we approach? What are we doing? No, this is the sword swinger's mama, Desi. This happened in her garage. This is the sword swinger's mama. This is the unaliver's mama. Her daughter did that to Grace at her house. No, this is the
Now you're making two
May I approach?
That's not what we said. That's not what we talked about. You have to ask her.
So have you ever seen the actual notice of dismissal by the state of New Mexico?
No, I have not.
You have not? Okay. Your Honor, can we approach?
Yes.
Oh my God. Come on, unless that dismissal says that it was because her daughter dropped all the charges or said it didn't happen. So they're trying to push back on the narrative that he manipulated her, or he controlled her, or that he did anything. But still, that doesn't mean that that wasn't coercion, manipulation, or control. A lot of people go and end up in situations where they go drop the charges when they should do something different.
All right. Now, on that particular day, in regards to you were discussing something about dinner that Isaac was cooking, possibly
Could you clarify what day you're in reference to?
on October 28th, 2022.
Yes.
Okay, and you don't really know or actually have any personal knowledge of remembering whether Isaac, in fact, was cooking dinner that night, correct?
Yes, he was. He made dinner for them.
Okay. Were you there present when he was making dinner?
Yes, we were both in the kitchen at the same time.
Okay. And the relationship between Grace, I mean, you would say that the relationship between Grace and Kiara was pretty toxic, correct?
I did not use that term, no.
Okay. it was not a good relationship between Grace and Kiara, correct?
It ended poorly. It was a great relationship prior to that.
Okay, but there was a lot of tension between the two leading up to October of 2022, correct?
I don't believe they were even in conversation before October 29th
Okay,
of 2022.
so so it's safe to say that the relationship had deteriorated.
Their
considerably.
relationship ended when Kiara was in 8th grade.
Okay. Now, do you say that the relationship had deteriorated to the point that Grace could easily provoke Kiara?
Yes,
Okay. And you stated that there was a 20 to 30-minute shower by Kiara on the day. And when I'm talking about the day, I'm talking about the day in question that you've been discussing. So on October 28th, there was a 20 to 30-minute shower by Kiara that day, correct?
you mean October 29th?
29th, excuse me, yes.
October 29th, yes, she took a shower in the morning.
Okay. And you said that was early to, or I mean, that was around mid-morning, or could have been later than mid-morning? You just don't remember, correct?
I don't know the exact time.
Okay, so it's kind of easy to lose track of the day?
It's been 4 years.
Okay, so you just don't remember, and it was a Saturday, correct?
Yes,
Okay, and you were just doing household chores around the home?
yes.
Okay. Now, you stated that Kiara ran into your house when officers arrived, correct?
I did not see the officers until she was in the house.
Okay, but
I
she had,
didn't-
she,
Do not know that she was running from the officers, if that's what you're asking.
but she was running into your house, you had testified to, correct?
Yes, she ran into the house to talk to me.
Okay. And you stated that the sword purchased by Kiara was purchased before October of 2022?
No,
Okay, when was the sword purchased?
the sword, I do not know who purchased it. It was on her Amazon account.
Okay. And you said that Kiara opened the sword on
The
October.
package came in on the 27th of October, which would have meant that it was probably ordered the week prior.
Ma'am, can you, I understand this is,
You
sensitive
asked for
stuff.
clarification. I'm
I'm-
trying to give it.
You interrupted me, man. So I understand this is, so let me ask a question and then we can go back and forth, and I'll try not to interrupt you if you can do the same. But what I'd like to ask is, so I'll ask a follow-up. Kiara opened the sword on October 27th of 2022, according to your direct examination testimony with Mr. Long, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And that's what I was going to get to next, because you've already answered. It was on Kiara's Amazon account, correct?
correct.
Thank you. Now tell me about this medieval reenactment group that you're a part of.
I am no longer a part of it. I was in the SCA for 12 years in my 20s.
Okay, and Kiara was involved in this society?
No,
Okay, but Kiara knew a lot about how to interact with swords through you and your involvement in.
it's not a
Sword collection.
discussion we had, no.
Okay. Now you had stated that on direct that you didn't know of, you never saw Kiara ever accessing Isaac's phones. You were never with Kiara all the time when she was with Isaac, correct?
No, I was not with them all the time.
Okay. And you really didn't know a lot about your daughter, correct?
I knew my daughter very well, thank you.
Okay, good. You had said that you didn't think that the sweet person that you knew would stab someone to death, correct?
I didn't say that. That's from your mouth.
Yeah, but
I said she was a sweet person.
okay, but you didn't know that she would stab somebody to death. That was my question.
No, I would not have suspected that.
Okay. And you do know of Grace threatening Kiara with knives previously?
I heard that, yes.
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained.
Okay. Thank you. Now, You also observed Kiara role-playing with armor and middle-age style Dungeons and Dragons, correct?
No,
No?
no. We had one session of D&D and Isaac was present at the time.
Okay. Can we admonish a witness to just answer my questions and not go into tangents?
I can piss her off.
Direct the
Okay.
witness by the way you asked the question.
Okay, yeah. So can you please just answer the question as I ask it?
Then no,
Okay. So Kiara never role-played with armor and middle-age style Dungeons and Dragons, you're saying?
no.
Okay, 1 second. Your Honor.
See, now you got an answer you didn't even want. Now you got to figure out how to regroup. I said you was gonna piss her off.
Did Kiara ever express an interest in middle-aged armor?
Armor, no.
Okay.
Now you can't even get it out. You done messed yourself up.
Do you remember doing an interview with police in this case?
Yes,
Okay. Would it help if I refresh your memory with what you told officers in this case?
no.
It would not.
I do not want to hear it.
Okay.
I can't relive that day again.
Okay. Would you have said something differently to officers on that particular day?
I have no idea. That was 4 years ago.
Okay. And would you have said that Kiara was interested in middle-age armor?
Armor? No. She was interested in Amp Guard. There is a difference.
What is Amp Guard?
Amp Guard is a different reenactment group.
Okay. And you would have said that you wouldn't have said that Kiara was described as an artist interested in middle-age armor.
Asked and answered.
I'll allow the question. Do you recall making that statement?
I would not have said armor. She was interested in the Middle Ages and in reenactment.
Okay.
Armor is too specific.
Yana, can I play this audio to impeach?
Yes,
Objection.
come on up.
He about to piss. They about to end up in a tussle. I understand, ma'am. You can't say I don't want to relive that day. It wasn't your daughter that's gone. Your daughter can pick up the phone, so you don't get to say I don't want to relive that day. No, Grace's mama don't want to relive that day. Thanks to your daughter, you don't get to pick and choose whether or not you want to relive that day because your daughter's still living. But he finna play this and piss you off. I'm gonna say, so you won't relive that day. That's what this is about, that day. So how you gonna come in talking about you don't want to relive that day? And this is what we here for, that day. And your damn daughter. Now, everything ain't Isaac's fault. Mom. Should have that girl at Sunday school or something. If you're talking about Dungeons and Dragons, she can be ye too also encouraged. She can get that same type of whatever she want type of reading out of the dang on Bible. She can get all her theys and thous and we's up out of there. Who the hell you think you are? I don't want to live that day. Well, you are, thanks to your daughter. She should have had the Sunday school enthusiasm down in her heart. She'd learned to sing the song, the good, better, best. Never let it rest. Okay? If you'd had your daughter up there with the may the Lord watch between me and thee, then maybe we wouldn't be here. Laying up there with old chubby Lucifer himself. Letting your damn 19-year-old lay up with a 26-year-old man. How you got a 26-year-old laying up in your house? Ain't no way. Wouldn't have been on my property, and if her ass want to go out there and lay outside, well, hell, she was already practicing laying outside, living out there in that garage with no running water. And you up here acting like, well, she said she was gonna live on the street with them. Well, was she just living in your yard? Talking about what you will not relive. Baby, I'd have played that whole dang on thing. Yes, quit. Yes, between me and thee, because what the hell? Now, come on now. Everything ain't his fault. Everything is not his fault. Your daughter got some doing in this, and you do too. There's no way in the world I would have ever thought at 16 that I had a right to speak. It was a do as I say, not as I do situation. You ain't grown situation. Try me if you want to situation. You taking your ass to school situation. My mama would have been in the back of that classroom with a belt and a boxing glove. What you want to do? I remember my friend acted up so bad senior year that his mom came to school every day. Anytime the teacher asked a question, she raised her hand. He'll answer it. Yeah, no. You got your bachelor's degree and you gonna leave her out here with nothing? You work from home. Me and that laptop would have been at that school, checking everybody's kid. Everybody was mad at him for not getting his ass together. Because now we can't do nothing either because your mama gonna tell my mama. Ruin all them kids senior year. They thought they was getting ready to clown. No, everybody was in that classroom acting like they had some sense. And you keep ending up at this bench. I know the jury not supposed to blame you, but they get ready to start blaming you. Defense. A lot. And we're getting ready to have a lot of wasted time unnecessarily because she's getting ready to become She's already defensive. She's already got a real defiant look across her face. She's getting ready to become very combative, and we're just not going to get an answer to a question. We're just going to end up in a bit of a tussle, which is going to make this take longer. I understand that's your child, and I'll be defensive about my child, but understand your child is the reason why we're here ultimately. Because he could have talked till he was blue in the face. That don't mean she had to go do it. So, I mean, you don't get to have the attitude here. Because if you got the messed up or the jacked up logic that everybody in the courtroom need to be mad at Isaac, then yeah, you wouldn't want to know me as the parent of the deceased. Because the conversation we'd be having, you wouldn't appreciate, I promise you. I don't want to relive that day, bitch. I wish in my face. And what is it that requires all this discussion? What are you trying? Just call her as a witness. This definitely points out that you look at your daughter as a victim. And I don't think you can do that, ma'am. I don't know if that's the angle you want to go. And if you feel offended now, I hope you got a good poker face, because they get ready to tear your daughter's ass up. Somebody had to hear that girl holler.
Yes.
Yes, we still at sidebar. We came back for 2 seconds and went right back. Apparently he wants to play. Apparently he wants to play the very thing she don't want to hear, which, I mean, at this point, who cares if you want to hear it, because it's your daughter's doing. Yep, she getting more hostile by the moment. She's getting more hostile by the moment. That's for you to handle, dog, because you're not really good at tailoring your questions. You should have thought about these questions before we started. You don't even have a good poker face. You just keep asking the same question when you didn't get the answer that you thought you was going to get.
Okay, so, Ms. McCullough, you do remember doing an interview with Officer Jared Allaire on October 29th, 2022, correct?
I talked to a lot of officers. I don't know any of their names.
Okay, but you remember doing an interview on that particular day with an officer at the police station?
Yes,
Okay. And you remember discussing swords that are used, that discussing that Kiara uses, or that Kiara is interested in Middle Ages, you know, in the armor. You remember saying that?
it's possible I said it that way.
Okay, so you did use the word sword. Or armor, excuse me.
It's possible.
Okay. All right. Now,
Like the word sword, sir, stick to Jesus. And phone a friend.
so you stated also that Grace had previously threatened Kiara.
Objection, hearsay.
She didn't state that.
Well, she answered
Right.
that, Judge. I mean, previously.
Overruled.
Thank you, Judge. So you did previously say that Grace had threatened Kiara with a knife. Had that happened multiple times?
I was told that Grace had threatened her with a knife, yes,
Okay,
but only one instance that I'm aware of.
okay. Thank you. Now, Kiara had been living in your house for,
Her entire
Carla?
life.
okay. And
Because he can't even get it out.
then she had moved into the detached garage, you said in 2022 with
2021.
2021, okay. And you stated that the garage did not have a bathroom or a kitchen, so Kiara would have to go into the house, correct?
Correct.
And she would have to go into the house to wash clothes and do different things.
Yes,
Okay. And she was washing her clothes on that particular day on October 29th, 2022, correct?
no, she was not doing laundry.
The washer was on, correct?
I was doing laundry. I was washing a rug.
Okay. And you stated Isaac and Kiara were engaged at one point?
Yes,
Okay. And so it's safe to say that Kiara had very strong feelings for Isaac, correct?
I would presume so, yes.
Okay. And Kiara also had very strong jealousy towards Grace, correct?
Jealousy?
Objection, Your Honor.
I wouldn't,
Knowledge, Foundation.
Okay.
He does.
Do
He
you know of any
a folk.
any relationship that or anything that Grace may have had with Isaac?
I understood that they were friends previously.
Do you know of do you have any personal knowledge of any sort of jealousy that Kiara may have had towards any sort of friendship that Isaac and Grace had?
No,
Now, on the 29th, you did not know anything that was going on in your compound in that detached garage that was close to your house?
no, I did not.
You did not hear any screaming?
No,
You did not hear any sort of moaning or any other noises from that detached garage?
there are 27 feet between the garage and the house. Both doors were closed.
Okay, but if somebody were to be,
You could scream on the top of your lungs in the garage and I would not hear it.
even if you're stabbed 17 times or more than a
Mm.
dozen times by a sword?
You could scream on the top of your lungs and I would not hear it.
Okay, and you said it was how many feet?
27.
Okay. And you didn't see any blood or anything else?
No, I did not.
Okay. At what point did you approach the detached garage on that particular day?
When I gave the key to the officer to unlock it,
Okay. And that was the first time you saw any blood?
I did not see any blood.
You still did not see any blood?
I did not go in the garage. I was not allowed to go in the garage.
Okay.
Sliced 17 times out medieval ways. I mean, at this point, ma'am, you ain't hear nothing.
No, you were talking about whether Isaac was sick or not. You don't personally know whether Isaac was actually sick or not. You're not a doctor, are you?
No, I am not a doctor,
Okay.
but I do have common sense.
Okay. And you are Kiara McCauley's mother, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay. You want what's best for Miss McCauley, correct?
I want what's best for me right now. Thank you.
Okay. So you're stating that you did not witness what happened in the garage, correct?
No, I did not.
Okay. And
Honey, all them animals and cats and mess going on in that garage, she probably heard
you
stuff.
did not see Isaac harm anyone, correct? On on October 29th, 2022?
No, I talked to him
Okay,
for less than
that's all
15 minutes.
That's all I asked, yeah, okay.
Ooh.
So you have really no personal knowledge of what happened in the garage that particular day, correct? According to
No,
you?
I don't.
Okay. 1 second, Judge.
Mm.
Now, Kiara never told you why she ordered the sword?
I was never told she ordered the sword.
Okay. And you didn't actually witness the April 4th, 2022 argument, correct?
I was there for the aftermath.
Okay,
So no, I did not.
okay. And you don't know whether Kiara had hit Isaac, correct? Yes or no?
No,
Okay. And you don't know who the first aggressor was? Yes.
no.
Okay. Kiara could have called Santa Fe PD back, correct? On that particular day?
Objection, speculation.
Sustained.
Okay. Now, you talked about a John in your yard. Can you describe this John?
There was a person walking from my front to the back gate.
Mhm.
I think for his privacy, it's unimportant
Okay.
to give you his description.
You know how Kiara, you don't know how Kiara advertised her services, correct?
My understanding was it was on some app.
Okay. Now, are you sure about this John in his yard, or could this possibly be made up?
Well, since I physically saw him,
Okay. And you said, I think I heard you say around $50 to $2,500 per model?
that's my understanding, yes.
Okay. And Kiara tell you that Grace was involved in this whole business model?
What are you talking about?
Did Kiara ever told you who was actually involved in this whole situation with the models?
Objection.
The models are a
Hold on,
hobby.
hold on. There's an objection. Stop
Sorry.
talking until the court rules.
I
I
can
don't
rephrase it,
think
Your Honor.
a model is a person.
Hearsay.
Yeah, I can rephrase it. Do you have a personal knowledge of Grace's involvement in all of this?
In all of what?
In everything involving the models?
The models was a hobby from Isaac. There was no business involved.
Okay,
in
but
that.
do you know if Grace was involved in this whole,
In his hobby, no.
okay. Now, you'd also discussed, thinking about not evicting Kiara and how Kiara was threatening to move out, correct?
She threatened to move out when I
Yes, Hannah.
tried to evict Isaac.
Okay. Did Kiara often threaten you to get what you wanted?
No,
Okay, but was that something she was kind of threatening you at that particular time, correct?
she said she would go live on the street with him. It wasn't a threat.
Okay. Now, did Kira ever tell you some of the disorders or illnesses that she may have,
Objection. Hearsay.
I can rephrase that, I'm sorry. You know of any sort of illnesses or disorders that plagued Kiara?
Objection, foundation.
Okay.
Objection sustained.
All right. You know if she actually dropped out of high school or you withdrew her from high school?
She dropped out of high school.
Okay, that would have been Capital High School?
No,
Which high school would that have been?
it was an online school.
Okay. It's safe to say, Ms. McCauley, with all due respect, you don't know a lot about your daughter, correct?
Ooh.
I know a lot about her, but it's been 4 years.
I understand. But early on in the direct examination, you kind of hesitated in answering even what her age was. You were kind of,
I was making sure I got it correct.
okay.
I am allowed to think.
And now in regards to her schooling, you don't really remember, correct?
Objection, argumentative.
Sustained.
Okay. I'll move on, Judge. You stated 27 feet from the house to the garage. Did you actually measure this?
Yes, I'm working on putting in a pergola.
Pergola.
Yes.
Okay. Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Redirect.
Did he call her? Ooh, you gotta say to an
Ms.
extent.
McCauley, you mentioned that the model building was a hobby.
Yes.
And was that a hobby of Isaac's, a hobby of Kiara's, or a hobby of Isaac and Kiara's?
It was Isaac's hobby.
Okay. And do you know where Mr. Isaac Apodaca got the money to buy the models?
I do not.
Nothing further.
This witness released or retained.
The state would reserve her for rebuttal.
Ooh.
So you'll be able to step down now. The attorneys will stay in touch with you and let you know if you need to come back and testify again. So in the interim, don't discuss your testimony with anyone. Don't seek out any information about the case. You may step down.
Thank you.
Judge, maybe we publish the exhibit.
You can offer it.
Your Honor, would like to introduce Defense Exhibit A, the Noli Prosecchi by the state of New Mexico, First Judicial District.
Any additional objections?
I don't think that's what the document's called, Judge.
It was a Noli, Judge, we can approach.
It's not a noli.
Or
Look at the document. You have a physical copy.
yeah, I have it. I'm sorry, notice of dismissal, Judge. I apologize.
Where's the document?
That's what we can say there. I've been marked as Defense Exhibit A, Your Honor.
Any other objection? Counsel, Mr. Long, any other objection?
Just the initial objections. Your Honor.
Okay. Over objection, the document identified as Defendant's Exhibit A is admitted into evidence. Council approach for a second. Let's do some housekeeping.
Indeed.
We're going to try and go through this witness in his entirety, so we may go into the lunch hour a little bit, but we'll go ahead and take our lunch break started whenever we're done with this. Maybe have you come back from lunch a little bit later. Morning, sir. I'm going to place you under oath. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please have a seat. If you begin by introducing yourself to the jury by stating your name for our record and spelling your name, please.
Brandon, Brandon, Dietz, Deets.
Mr. Long.
Thank you, Your Honor. Hi there.
Hello,
What do you do for a living?
I'm a detective with the Santa Fe Police Department.
And how long have you been with the Santa Fe Police Department?
I've been with the department since July 2016.
Okay. 10 years.
Yes, sir.
Any prior law enforcement experience?
No, sir.
Were you on duty on October 29th, 2022?
Yes.
And what was your assignment that day?
My assignment that day was just to take photographs and hang out at the police department with prisoners.
Okay. Were you doing any training at that time with another officer?
I was
Do you know who that other officer was?
Hunter Coons.
Okay. And on that day, were you detective or an officer?
I was an officer.
All right. Do you typically wear a body worn camera?
Yes.
And on that day, did you have a body worn camera on?
Yes.
Was your camera working?
Yes.
And Your Honor, permission to approach the witness?
Yes.
Detective, I'm going to hand you what has been marked as State's Exhibit 24. Would you please take a look at that? Please tell me if you recognize that.
Yes, I do.
How do you recognize it?
I have my signature and date.
And what is on it?
It says body worn camera for Brandon Dietz.
And did you review that body worn camera
I
footage?
did.
And absent sound being removed, is that a fair and accurate representation of what you observed on that day in question?
That is.
All right. At this point, I would move to admit State's Exhibit 24.
Any objection to 24?
No objection, Your Honor.
24 without objection is admitted.
Permission to publish?
Yes.
And who is the officer that's taking those photographs?
That is Hunter Coons.
Now, Detective Dietz, why are photographs of hands, body parts of people in custody sometimes taken?
It's just standard protocol for any time there's some kind of physical altercation between people. I have to document that.
Now, Detective Dietz, I'm going to hand you what has been marked as State's Exhibit 25 through 39, and then I'm going to go ahead and take 24 back from you. Permission to approach the witness?
Yes.
Thank you.
Just do me a favor, take a look at those. Make sure that you're not showing those to the jury though while you're. Have you reviewed those?
Yes, sir.
Do you recognize them?
I do.
How do you recognize them?
Because those are the photographs that were taken by Officer Coons.
Okay, and are those a fair and accurate representation of those photographs that were taken on that day?
Yes.
At this point, I would move to admit State's Exhibit 25 through, is it 37?
39 is what you said.
39,
What's
thank
the
you.
last number there?
No objection, Judge.
39.
25 through 39.
25 through 39 inclusive are admitted.
And permission to publish?
You may.
All right. Do you recognize that individual?
Yes.
And why is this first photograph taken like this?
Just how he was standing. They have them with their hands down. Just a profile picture.
All right. And the next photograph with the hands up, why is the photograph taken that way?
To document if there's any kind of injuries on the person.
All right. And do you see any injuries on the hands or on the forearms?
I see scratches on each forearm.
All right. And based on your training and experience, do those scratches appear to be brand new or some other time?
Maybe approach him.
Come on up. Objection sustained. Mr. Long, you may continue.
Thank you. And officer, if you could point out for the jury where you see these scratch marks.
Sure. I could see on the middle of the forearm, on the right forearm here. Also, the defendant pointed in the body camera to an abrasion by his right elbow. Also, there's another scratch I could see on his left forearm, like right here on the kind of middle towards the wrist.
Thank you, Detective.
You're welcome.
And in this photograph, do you see any injuries in this photograph?
Just the side of the right forearm, looks like where the scratches are.
All right. In this photograph, do you see any injuries?
No.
How about this photograph?
And right there is the red abrasion where he pointed at earlier in the body camera footage, right by his elbow on the forearm, right forearm.
And what about in this photograph? Do you see any injuries there?
Honestly, I can't tell if that's a stretch mark or a scratch on his right back.
And would you, I think, Judge, is he able to draw on that
Yes.
screen?
The bailiff will show, it's a touch screen. He'll show you how to use it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So if you could draw where you
Sure.
were indicating.
Yeah, just this area right here. And then I see a red, some kind of red abrasion right here.
Okay. And then if you could go ahead and clear that. Thank you, Detective.
You're welcome.
Do you see any injuries in this photograph?
Again, red abrasion.
Oh, actually, sorry, go ahead and clear that.
That's fine.
How about this photograph?
Again, that red abrasion.
This looks like it's a profile picture. Do you see any injuries there?
No, I don't see anything.
Any injuries indicated on this in this photograph?
No.
I'm sorry, I skipped past that one too fast.
It's okay.
Were there any injuries indicated in this photograph?
No, not that I can see.
How about this photograph?
No.
Did you see any injuries in this photograph?
No.
Anything in this one?
No.
And do you see any injuries on this photograph?
No.
Now, Detective, were you also present for photographs taken of Kiara McCauley?
Yes.
Your Honor, permission to approach the witness?
Yes.
Detective, I'm going to hand you what has been marked as State's Exhibit 40 through 53. Would you follow that exact same procedure that you followed with the first set of photographs?
Yes. You're welcome.
Do you recognize those?
Yes.
Are they fair and accurate depictions of the photographs of Kiara McCauley on October 22nd, or I'm sorry, October 29th, 2022?
Yes.
At this point, I would move State's Exhibit 40 through 53 into evidence.
No
Any
objection.
objection? 40 through 53 inclusive are admitted.
Permission to publish.
Yes.
All right. Do you recognize that individual?
Yes.
Do you see any injuries or anything of note in this photograph?
I'm not sure what that is on her finger. That's possibly a Band-Aid.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and move forward. Are you able to see that now?
Oh, yeah, much better.
And what do you see?
Yeah, Band-Aid
And then which hand is the Band-Aid on?
her right hand.
And what do you see in this photograph?
The Band-Aid, another Band-Aid on her, looks like her left hand by her thumb.
Okay. And is the Band-Aid covering something or is the Band-Aid lifted up?
Yeah, it's like lifted up, looks like it's falling off.
Okay. And where the Band-Aid might actually cover, do you see anything?
No,
You see anything in this photograph?
no,
Do you see anything in this photograph, Detective?
no,
And the next photograph, anything?
no,
You see any wounds, scars, anything in this next photograph?
no,
This next photograph is going to be last numbers indicating it are going to be 446. Do you see anything there?
no,
A little bit of a close-up with 451. Do you see anything there?
no.
I'm sorry, Counselor, where are you reading?
And I'm sorry?
You're reading 451?
Right up at the top of the photograph.
Okay, but what does that relate to in the exhibits that were admitted? What number?
I can actually, if I can get those exhibits back, I can.
Yes.
Thank you.
The jury won't have the download, they'll have the actual photographs.
And I was just referring to State's Exhibit number 50. Thank you, Judge. And now looking at the State's Exhibit 51. You see any injuries there?
No,
State's Exhibit number 52. Do you see any injuries there?
no,
And State's Exhibit number 53. Do you see any injuries there?
no.
All right, Detective, I do want to go back very briefly. And I want to bring up what has been marked as State's Exhibit number 43. Okay, I want you to take a much closer and careful look at this. And tell me if you see any injuries or scratches, marks, anything on the, near the thumb.
No. Honestly, a bad photo.
And when you say that it's a bad photo, do you mean,
Yeah,
what do you mean by
no,
that?
there's just a bunch of light and it's kind of out of focus.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to see. I apologize.
Do you remember seeing any injuries or having Ms. McCauley point out any injuries?
No,
I pass the witness.
Cross-examination? Did you put 40 through 53 up here?
Did not. I took them back to the table. Thank you, Judge.
All right, good. Still morning.
morning.
Morning, Officer Deeds.
you're gonna use those, the bailiff will set it up for you.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you setting it up.
Switch over.
All right. Detective, this photo, which was marked as State's Exhibit 25, in this, you said there were no, doesn't appear to be any visible scratching or anything, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And this, which is marked State's Exhibit 26, no visible scratching here, correct?
I can see the abrasion on his right forearm that he pointed to in the body camera. I can also see the scratches on both his arms.
Okay, so there's minor scratching, you would say, correct?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay. And in regards to scratching, so there were scratches on forearms, you'd say?
Yes.
Okay. And what normally causes scratches?
Objection, foundation.
Sustained.
Do you, I can lay some foundation. Do you have experience in doing investigations involving situations where there could be scratching?
Yes.
Okay. And in your experience with scratches, could blood be a result of scratching?
Yes.
Okay. And could DNA transfer?
Objection, foundation.
Sustained.
Okay. I'll move on. And in this photo, do you see any significant scratching in this photo?
Can you move the picture up a little bit? It's like out of, there you go. Thank you. And I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Yeah, do you see any significant scratching in this photo?
No, just that blemish again, where I've been pointed to by the elbow.
Okay. And on the elbow, correct?
Excuse me?
On the elbow, you said?
Yeah, like elbow forearm area.
Okay. This was State's Exhibit 28 that I'm about to show you. Let me zoom this out so it's an accurate description of the entire photo. Any scratching on this one?
Is the photo, it doesn't look like it's fully in frame on my end. I can't see.
Okay, but at least from your observation of this photo and your observation, there was no significant scratching in this exhibit, correct?
From what's visible, I can't see any scratching.
Okay. Any significant scratching on this one?
There was that red mark that he pointed to earlier.
There's a red mark, I mean,
Yeah, like a blemish.
you
or
don't bite
something.
or anything, correct?
Not sure what that is.
Right, okay. Nothing significant in the way of scratching here, correct?
No.
Okay. Could be the result of playing basketball or,
Yeah, or like I said earlier, the stretch marks on the side.
nothing in the way of significant scratching here, correct? Or really any scratching, correct?
No.
Nothing in the way of any scratching here, except maybe that little mark that could be anything on this photo, correct?
Correct.
No scratching here?
No.
No scratching here?
No, far away shot. It's hard to tell on that one.
Okay. No scratching here?
No.
No scratching here?
No.
No scratching here?
No.
No scratching here?
Jesus.
No.
Okay.
And finally, no scratching here?
No.
Okay, and these are all the photos that you authenticated with Mr. Long in direct examination, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in regards to Miss Kiera McCauley, there was bandaging and significant bruising on both of her hands, correct?
I didn't see the bruising. Like I said, that one photo, the close-up, it was a kind of a poor photo. I don't recall seeing that.
But there were Band-Aids, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you didn't during your photography, there were no utterances from Isaac when you were taking photos?
Not that I recall.
Okay. And he didn't complain about being in any pain, correct?
Not that I recall.
Okay. And he was fully cooperative, correct?
Yes.
And you have no personal knowledge of anything else in this case, correct?
No.
One second. Just to kind of go into the investigation and the protocol, how come, why did Coons use his cell phone for the photos and not use a CSS, a crime scene specialist?
Well, we're issued department cell phones, and sometimes we take photographs on those phones.
Okay, so is that standard protocol not to use a crime scene specialist?
Correct. Yeah, the crime scene specialists are used for other things as well, but we take, it's normal to take photographs like that in the field.
Okay, but would it be better protocol or best practice?
It doesn't matter if you think it's better. This is what they do.
And foundation.
I think he would know based on his, you know, approach.
Foundation.
Do you have knowledge of situations where a crime scene specialist is utilized?
No, not really.
Okay. So Officer Coons used his cell phone for all of these photos, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Nothing further.
Any redirect to this witness?
Very, very briefly, Your Honor. Detective, I just want to go over some of the words that you used in cross-examination.
Okay.
You used the term stretch mark, is that correct?
Yes.
And you used the term red mark, is that correct?
Yes.
And then you also used the term blemish, is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Is this witness released?
The state will reserve him for rebuttal, Your Honor.
Okay. You're being kept in reserve, which means you may be recalled. The attorneys will stay in touch with you and let you know if you need to come back. In the interim, don't discuss your testimony with anyone. Don't seek out any information about the case or the testimony of anyone else. But you're free to go and step down at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We're going to go ahead and take our noon break, ladies and gentlemen. I'll ask you to come back at 20 after 1, about an hour and 15 minutes, and we'll get started hopefully as close to 1:30 as possible. I do need a juror, Mr. Tiba, if you would just remain in the courtroom for a couple of minutes while the others depart, and then I'll let you go for lunch as well. Okay. Would you go with the bailiff, please?
All right.
And sir, I'm gonna ask you to come down to the front row where this microphone is, and everyone, you may have a seat in the courtroom, please. Just go ahead and take your seat and kind of pull that down so that we can get your voice on the recording.
Right here. Yeah,
Perfect.
right here. Okay.
Perfect. Yes, sir. The reason I asked you to say, as I was informed by my bailiff, that you think you might know Lonnie McCulley that testified this morning. Is that correct?
Yes.
And how do you know her, or how did you recognize her?
She looks familiar, and she looks familiar. Attitude kind of is the same as well, sort of headstrong. Reason I say that I may know her is back in 2017, 2018. I attended New Mexico Tech, and during that time, I had attended the SCA club for a number of months. She shares a somewhat resemblance to a woman I did know there. I'm not sure if it was Lonnie.
Let me ask you, assuming for the sake of conversation, for argument, that it was her, anything about that experience affect your ability to evaluate her testimony the way you would any other witness that comes before you in this trial?
No.
Does either side have an advantage or a disadvantage because you may know this person?
No.
Those are the court's questions. Do counsel have any questions?
I don't. Thank you, though.
I don't, Judge.
Okay, thank you, sir. Don't discuss this with the other jurors, but I'll just go ahead and have you come back with everybody else at about 20 after 1.
Very well done.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, just leave your notes locked up with the bailiff at the lunch hour. Go ahead, push the button behind you there. Perfect. Maybe seated, counsel. On the issue with respect to Mr. Tiba, any concerns or input from the state?
No, Your Honor, I actually don't think he knows her. As she stated in direct examination, and I believe, actually, it might have been cross-examination. She did it for, about a 12-year period in her 20s. And so I think even if we were to put that over into her 30s, in my conversation with her, this was very early on in her life. This was, I think, something that occurred with him. The individual that he's thinking is about 10 years ago. She would have been, I believe, I don't want to do the math, but I think she would have been in her 40s at that point. And so this is well past any time that she was.
It ain't the same person. She way older than all that.
On behalf of Mr. Apodaca, any concerns?
Defense has no objection.
Okay, she'll remain on the panel. She didn't say anything, he didn't say anything debilitating. He's not sure he actually knows that the individual he met was the witness. And he also indicated that whatever contact there might have been wouldn't affect his ability to evaluate the testimony of the witness. So we'll go ahead and break for lunch. You all, we're gonna go over the snippets from the 11 recordings. I don't know if we need to have that conversation when we come back from lunch. We may have that at the end of the day, have the conversation about what's on those redacted sound bites. And I did indicate that if there's a further objection as to the forum, whether or not you can hear things in the back room that may be problematic, that I wanted to hear those. So you should have a playable copy by the end of the day.
Understood, Judge. And I can tell the court and defense, I believe those were emailed to defense at 9:14 this morning. You got them? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And
I'm pretty sure you haven't had a chance to listen to them. You've been in here with us.
definitely.
So take a look at it again. I'll bring it back up at the end of the day, and we'll discuss that again.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all. We're in recess and off the record. So you should have.
All right, guys. So we are in recess until 1:20 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So that's 3:20 East Coast time. So we'll go ahead and we still got about an hour and 10 minutes. Go ahead and take a lunch, grab something to eat, get your coffee, get your popcorn, Pepsi, whatever you need. And we will be back. Juror actually does not know, or probably doesn't know,
Or maybe folks got similar attitudes in those clubs. Don't know. But we'll be back after lunch.